In the Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. From the gun, the running back looking for room. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams, but it's right about this range of... Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Moore to the air. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Whittington. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
He leaves it with his back. He'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Banner.
He'll try it again. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
He's marked down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Fly, trumpet.
The give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give. Find some fresh air. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in.
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Set, ready. Flow. Set up.
Toss sweep right. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him try to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
Brass.
Williams looking for a man. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Cooler. Six propane. 180.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
Cooler 18.
They would have needed a 50-yard field goal from here, so instead they'll keep the offense out there and go for it.
Burger.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him, then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving a ball out of the backfield.
The Huskies will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Charcoal. 180.
On the option. He'll toss it. Looking for the end zone.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The 50. The 40, the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Form. Set up.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Form. Ready, go.
On the run, it's Coleman. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Keeps looking downfield. He's got an open man. Lots of running room. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Quarterback making adjustments. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fires left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Try. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
20, Washington, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in the
Running room in the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Trick 9, B. Trick 9. 146.
Williams will pass. Gets it out fast. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Finds his man. It's Coleman.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Huskies have this offense rolling. Makes the grab.
The pass on first down, caught by the receiver. Pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short.
Drum.
Looking for room. It's Coleman. He breaks a tackle. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Defense, man, you got to go low and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Let's go. 221 wing. 221 wing. 186.
They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
4 face paint.
Washington right back to the line.
180.
Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, I love the fight from this offense on this drive especially, and they've been physical, and they've had a lot of success moving it down the field, running the football. They're trailing by 2 possessions. Down in the red zone, third down here, this is critical. They have got to be able to score a touchdown and cut this thing and make it a one-possession game. It'll be interesting to see what they dial up on third down now.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
First and goal, Washington.
And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Let's go. Let's go.
Williams looking for a man. It's complete on the right side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington!
Number 87.
You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have...
Turning it on! Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Running back, the ball carrier. Tackle is made at the 46-yard line. Second down coming up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's low. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10.
Base 27, jump.
Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Washington.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Set on.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Charcoal. Ready, go.
Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
Here's the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oregon.
And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short.
Set. Hunt go.
Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on it.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And they'll take over.
Well, they were probably thinking four-down territory with it third and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down there.
Bringing it back. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Ready. 180.
Gonna sling it on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Take over. First and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
With the catch, it's Lawson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Gain of 2. It's third down.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boston. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Charcoal! Charcoal! Charcoal!
Williams looking for a man. Makes the catch. It's Boston. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He'll ride his man on the option. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
With the catch, it's Lawson. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Ready!
Moore will throw. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Grab near the marker. It's low. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught close to the marker. It's low. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets away from one. He's got space. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Good enough.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not the speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Ducks are facing third and inches. Moore to the air. On the run, still looking. Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
He's brought down at the 25-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
Drum!
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
Let's go!
Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Got a man. It's Otten. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field.
There he goes. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll give it to the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Tackle on the play at the 15-yard line.
And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go!
Grab near the sticks. It's Boston. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
4 saddle up. 4-1-4 saddle up.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still first and goal. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to pound their way in. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touchdown, Huskies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
Catch in the middle. It's Moore. He makes it into the end zone for the 2, but there is a penalty flag where they often call holding. Holding on the offense accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Darts! Here we go, set! Ready! Hey, flyer! Set, go.
Dropping back, it's Horton. Throws to the wideout. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds, and that'll be it for the return. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now
he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That's caught. It's Washington. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Washington wants to go quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Running back searching for a hole. Inside the 25. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Tosses it incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Military stun! Military stun!
Looking to pass. It's Horton. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And dialed up they fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself.
Well, that is not the way they drew up the fake field goal. Nothing looked good about that, and no surprise that that attempt failed.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to...
Turning it on! Inside the 30. The 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. On the move. Gets it past the marker. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Set, ready. Single. Ready, go.
To the air, it's Horton. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting passes.
It's a fake. He wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop you, and that's what they're doing. That's the mindset, and I got to be honest, I like it.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. go. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. He wants a big play here late. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room.
this is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
22.
Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
On the play.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. You can't take negative plays at this point.
So Oregon gets the victory in its blood